stream should be live, and the message in stream promote is also might be sent. So yeah, hello and welcome everybody for yet another edition of this podcast, the series of podcasts that I decided to do with noticeable people from Fraud 7 speedrunning community. And yes, as far as you know, the first one was exactly with the fraud, which is kind of banger. And the second one was with Crazy for Daisy, which is also a very good podcast. But today will be, I want to say, slightly better. Because today my guest is the best there was, the best there is, and the best there ever will be. The goated caster of roulette action, Cabin '06. So hello and welcome, Cabin.
Hello, everyone! Oh, bloody heck, that's some very high words, Glabalk. Thank you.
Well, I mean, it's not just my opinion. Like everybody thinking that you're the best. So if it was just my opinion, I might be wrong, right? But anybody can be wrong, like literally anybody. So we all think great of you. So yeah, you are the best.
I am immensely thankful once again. I don't think it's everybody, but thank you.
I mean, we can make a poll, like ask anybody in the server, and I think that pretty much everybody will say that yeah, you are the best.
uh, let us continue, shall we?
Yeah, let's go, let's go. Let's change the topic. And yeah, as the first question that I decided to ask any of my guests, so the first question is, who is Cabin '06 before the Hitman, before Fraud 7 speedrun community is exploded in your life? Should I say it like this? But yeah, who is Kevin before all of this?
So, there's three,
Mm.
because I've technically been here since 2020, but I
Mm.
have left and then rejoined twice is the thing.
Oh. Uh,
So yeah, I suppose we'll just take them all in order if it's okay with you.
yeah, it's free form answer, so feel free to spend as much as you can time to answer that.
Right. Let's see if I can actually do this properly. 2020 cab before entering Frody 7's speedrun community for the first ever time was, quite frankly, a child, both in the literal and the metaphorical sense.
Mm.
Uh, Not doing much, just playing video games and just going to school, I guess, with Hitman being the first, like, Peggy 18 game that I ever got. And I got really into it with playing the maps and completing the game for that matter.
Oh, interesting.
And I suppose, in a way, Hitman was also my entry point to Discord. Prior to that point, I had simply used it to, like, essentially play Minecraft with friends from school. But it was through Discord that I discovered this, like, community, like this community, fan community of Hitman specifically. Not Friday 7. This was a different one. But it was through the server that I found hit maps, and I got into that for a little bit. I really didn't do much. I just really liked the hit maps website. But then it was from there that I heard of, it was Fusk's photo contest, the first
Mm.
one. That was my entry point into Frody 7's community. I participated in that. I got third place. And that then led to me participating in Roulette Rivals 3 for the first time.
Oh wow, that's nice.
It is. And I believe I also took part in some community events, if I recall correctly, some really, really old community events. And then I left just before Roulette Rivals World Championship.
Mm.
In retrospect, I regret that. I wish I had joined like the first one ever, just essentially for funsies and just because it would be a fun thing to brag about.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then I didn't rejoin for the longest time because I didn't get Hitman Free. I didn't want to use the Epic Game Store, so I just didn't get it while it was exclusive.
Mm.
And then in the meanwhile, I just fumbled about for a bit, tried to make a video game and be a game developer, but since I was a very dumb small child, I essentially overestimated my abilities. It got way out of scope, and I fell flat, and it never came through, so to say.
Yeah, yeah.
And after that, I don't know. I think it was Providence that then got me to rejoin the Hitman community a second time. The community events in Providence, as well as Roulette League, when that started up, is what I think got me back into roulette, and then entering Roulette Rivals World Championship 2022. And also, this is where I start as a caster in Providence specifically.
Mm.
And then I left again after Roulette Rivals World Championship, which is another thing I do regret. But I, eh, I, we can talk about it later. But to say it short, I was put under pressure during RWC, and there was some other stuff going into my life that kind of put me down. So I didn't
Mm.
rejoin for a good bit until uh, like 1 or 2 years later. I think it was 1 year later. Yeah, Mika was the one to DM me asking if I would sign up for Roulette Rivals 13. I think it was. Uh, Mika came into my DMs, asked me about it. I said no, but then Mika asked if I was going to cast. And then I said, I'm not a caster within Frody 7. I'm only a caster within Providence. Oh, but you should send in a caster application. Oh, uh, okay. And so I did.
Yeah.
And I
And
suppose, yeah, the rest is history from there. Sorry.
yeah, I just wanted to say, so yeah, you did not leave it yet. So yeah, it's great to have you here with us. Yeah, because you're a great addition to all of this. And yeah, about the casting, I noticed that at least this year you not casted a lot of matches, but you did play it in Roulette League. Will it change in the future, like maybe in the span of RR17 or maybe closer to RRWC?
I unfortunately can't say for sure. Last year was the grand return, so to say, if you want to put it that way, thanks to Mika.
Yeah.
And I really got like it's been so fun to just be back into it, and I've really like enjoyed it and just really delved deep into like casting and doing as much as I could last year. Thing is, though, last summer, my school essentially closed down. Is what happened.
Why?
Lack of funding. Lack of
Oh,
funding, lack of students applying for it. It just completely fell flat and collapsed in on itself.
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, so I got transferred to another school to finish my third and final year, and it has not been great.
Mm.
To put it mildly, it has not been great. I managed to push through it like for last year, but from like winter onwards this year, and especially here at the end now in like springtime, it has been weighing down immensely. I've primarily put my focus on like finishing all the assignments and classes that are left. But the good news is that I had my final class today.
Oh.
So it's really only next week left where I graduate, so to say. And after that, I should hopefully have a bit more time on my hands. Time that I will probably spend on like other stuff as well. Think applying for a job level of stuff. But uh, otherwise, yeah, I'll probably have some downtime for at least casting and admining, is what I'm hoping. Roulette playing, I unfortunately can't promise anything like that. I want to join RRWC. I wanted to join this tournament, but I don't dare say anything for sure.
Yeah. And we have a question from chat from Peter Dutton himself. He asking, Cabin 06 means 2006?
Gasp! You caught me.
Oh, nicely done, Peter. Nicely done.
You can mostly blame my dad for that, if I'm gonna be honest. He was the one who chose that nickname to begin with.
Oh,
And
really?
also, yeah, and also because cabin on its own is usually taken on all the websites, but add an 06 on it, and suddenly that's available almost everywhere.
Yeah, I can guess.
Yeah. And I mean, at this point, I've used it for so many years it's stuck. And I like the name. I do like it. So, Cabin 06. That's me.
Yeah, there you go. And yeah, you said that we can discuss this later about why you left the Froze Sevens server. So if you're okay with that, we can talk about this right now.
Yeah, I suppose we can. RRWC 2022.
Hmm.
So, it was Group B, wasn't it? Yeah. Group B with Yanini, Fanium. Those are the two I, of course, remember clear as day. But then we also had one player who's not active anymore, and
It
then
is the Alex you had in your group, Fosk and
yes,
Nizuka
Fusk and Nesico, bloody heck, and Reaper.
and
Reaper
Ripper.
was also
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Is that everyone?
There is one person with the nickname that I don't really want to pronounce that, but
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Fusk. Right. Oh, sorry. All of the memories are coming back now. Bloody heck. So, by all accounts, I did do pretty well in my group, with some highlights being that I managed to tie Yanini and
Mhm.
I managed to win against Fanium. And I didn't even know this at the time, but Fanium had won the previous tournament.
Yeah, he did.
And I did not realize that I had slain that big of a dragon in that moment, so to say.
Yeah.
And I believe, if I recall correctly, Yanini and that Fania match were my first two matches as well. So I had unwittingly made quite a scene, so to say, and I was not ready for the response, so to say. I was not ready for, like, let's be honest. It was mostly myself to blame here. It was mostly like pressure that I gave onto myself to try and like keep up with this. performance, and I couldn't. I cracked is what I did.
Yeah.
And that left the path clear for Nezuko and Reaper to take some very valuable points from me. And like, I want to make this very clear: no hard feelings. Like, I really have no hard feelings towards any player in that group or how it like turned out. But it was a rough moment. It was very rough to lose against Nezuko and Reaper. And then came the final day where Fanium, the only way Fanium was going to advance was if he managed to sweep Yanini. Otherwise, I would be clear with a fourth place promotion.
Mm.
And, well, well.
Yeah, I suppose is exactly what happened there.
Much love to Fanium, make no mistake, and Fanium's a great player.
Yeah, he is.
But bloody heck. Bloody heck.
Yeah, and I just want to say because right now I am on RR stats and checking your page, and for the match with Reaper, you both went for double Mumbai. What a crazy humans are you both? Like double Mumbai.
Very good question. I must have repressed that from my memory, considering how I tend to avoid Mumbai nowadays.
Yeah, it might be true. But yeah, there
But
was double Mumbai and Berlin to top it off. But Berlin is a nice map. I like Berlin.
Berlin is good, but I think no. No, at that time I think I still hadn't quite learned it. I do remember uh watching buff guys videos like secretly in class. I would load them up on my laptop and just listen to buff guy talk Hitman Roulette strats instead of listening to my teacher. I remember that very clearly, and I remember like watching Berlin multiple times and trying to like learn something about it, but I still struggled. Like in that moment, I still struggled to like actually make routes and actually execute the map itself. That
Mm.
struggle, I think it still exists today, but I have managed to mitigate it, so to say, and it is mostly thanks to roulette resources, to speak quite plainly.
Yeah, I found myself rural resources to be quite useful for learning and real learning stuff. So yeah, it is quite useful.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, thanks to anybody that's put in their work for that channel, for that resources. Yeah, this is actually a useful thing to have.
Heck yeah.
And let's switch a topic for a little bit. You mentioned Minecraft, that you played a lot of Minecraft. Is the I'm not going to ask you about Minecraft because I'm not too familiar with the game. I know a few things about it, but because I am working as an how do I put it, entertainer, so I'm making stuff for kids, like some shows or whatever, or
Oh,
birthday
nice.
parties. Yeah, and I know just the main characters because usually I dressed as one of them for their birthday party. So yeah, that's as far as I know about Minecraft. But I just wanted to ask you, is there any games that have you interested in apart from Hitman and Minecraft?
Well, I have grown up with a lot of Nintendo stuff, that much I
Mm.
will say. Even quite recently, I managed to get the Wii, just the old Wii, back from the attic and just dusted it off and plugged it into my TV here in the apartment. And I've just brought some friends over and we've been playing on it recently. And it's been very fun, especially because I mostly played those games alone as a kid. But now, for once, I get to play like Kirby's Adventure Wii with like
Wow.
4 people, and it's so much more chaotic and so much more fun. And I'm in an immensely fortunate position to be able to experience it now with some incredibly lovely people.
Yeah, it's also it always fun to play with your friends. Even like if you play like most crappy game that there is, but with the friends you still can have a fun. Even in like in very top worst game of all of the existence of video games, but with the friends it's always would be fun.
Heck yeah. And with Kirby specifically, it's a very good game, is the thing. It's a very polished game, and one like almost made to be played with like multiple people. There's a lot of like features built into like playing with multiple people. Think like you can literally just like sit on each other. You can have like a stack of 4 Kirby's with the player at the bottom just carrying everyone around,
Wow.
or like eat each other and like steal each other's copy abilities. So we're all just trying to steal the copy ability we want from each other and
Wow.
some other fun stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it is sounded like fun. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, let's switch topic once more, and this time for pretty much more like in real life stuff. Did you manage to visit any other countries than Sweden, which you are a resident of? And if not, will you, not will you, but do you want to visit any country in the world and why?
Hmm. I mean, I have been mostly bound by my parents, to speak quite plainly, when it
Mm,
comes to like traveling and such. We have we have traveled to like Greece for a vacation, and we have traveled to the UK is what we've done. But problem is, that was when I was very young, so I don't
mm.
remember much of either trip, to speak quite plainly. I do remember playing Mario Kart DS with a bunch of like locals on the Greece trip, though. That's a good memory.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, is there any country that you wanted to visit on your own?
Hopefully, Germany soon.
Oh, oh, so this is a spoilers, right?
Just a teensy tiny, just a teensy tiny
Teaser, teaser.
teaser. That's a good word. Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah.
But otherwise, I do hope to like travel around a bit more around Europe, and I would like also visit places like Russia and the United States because I do enjoy the cultures of both countries, but I do have some problems with the leadership, unfortunately.
You're not the only one with that. So yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
apologize dearly.
No, no, that's okay. That's okay. But yeah, I have the same feeling. So yeah,
Hmm. Much love, all the same.
yeah. So yeah, let's move back to Hitman actually. And yeah, as we both know, and probably viewers know, and everybody know that there is a little tournament going on called Red Rivals 17.
Wait,
Uh,
what?
you didn't know that? How did you
What?
miss? Oh, come on, Cap. How did you miss that? This...
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I
I
have
know.
downloaded. I have downloaded the cast pack and I've set it up. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, I know. And yeah, the first round of it is already done, and today, just in a few hours, there will be a second round. So I want to ask
Woo!
you, yeah, exactly, hooray! Yeah, I want to ask you, what do you feel about this tournament, at least the first round? Is there any like shocking matches, shocking results from the first round? And who's your horse to bet on? Who is going to win, in your opinion, this tournament?
Oh, bloody heck. I don't think I can answer on all of these questions, but I'll try my best. I believe the Swiss format is great from what I have seen. Again, I would have loved to experience it myself, but I guess I'll have to wait for next year in regards to that. Uh, Second of all, I am very happy that Magic Dave won their first match. I have very fond memories of Dave. from playing with them in Roulette League, and I'm happy to like see Dave here and like succeed for that matter in the first round. So huge props to Dave.
Yeah, exactly.
As for predictions of like who my horse, who I bet on to win, like speaking plainly, I kind of avoid predicting who exactly is going to win. I might have to skip that question.
Ooh.
I if you look in any of the predictions that In for Fun sends, my name is always absent from like any sort of spreadsheet or collection of results that In for Fun sends because I don't want to predict. I just want to go with the flow and call the shots as I see them. And by call, I mean just literally calling on the shots and just mentioning that, oh my god, that happened.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I ask you because, yeah, we're all different, so someone can predict, someone cannot, it's okay. But yeah, I think that most likely, at least in my brain, that Scruffy might be the favorite to win this once again. But still, in this kind of competition, you can't actually predict because who knows, maybe Scruffy will lose all of his matches in the group stage, starting with match against Utility. Who knows? Maybe like, I don't know, Magic Dave. Actually, yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to Magic Dave. Yeah, Dave is actually a great player, and I hope he will do great in this and in RRWC.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's a player to watch with both of your eyes. So yeah, Dave is pretty good. And yeah, as I was trying to say, maybe Magic Dave will win all of their matches and go on, straight to the final. Who knows? You can't predict that, right? Or maybe I will win all of my matches, but let's not expect that actually.
But it would be very fun if you did.
It would be, but yeah, my next opponent is Pac, so I don't have any like high hopes for this, but we will see. We will see.
Best of good.
Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. And well, actually, it's so nice to speak with you. So I almost forgot all of my questions. So because yeah, just genuinely talking with you is crazy nice. And let's see if there's. So yeah, guys in the chat, if you have any questions, you can ask, and I will ask Kevin just in case. Because yeah, once again, it's quite you know interesting experience to be with. To be in. Sorry. My English still have
Hey, no
mishaps.
worries.
Yeah.
My mind also has mishaps all the time.
Yeah. And probably one of the in real life questions. What did you enjoy apart from gaming? So like, what's your go-to, action or stuff to do?
Hmm. What do I dare share? No, I should be fine sharing most things. I'm just still thinking about it. I suppose. Yeah, okay, I might as well admit it. I have a background in theater.
Wow.
Like you have to imagine, it is like hobby theater, and it's nothing like professional. But I have been part of groups, and I have like rehearsed for like multiple plays for like almost a year because it takes like that's how much time it takes. We meet up for like once a week or like multiple times a week for like a whole year or 3/4 of a year, and then we perform on the stage, and it's all grandiose and fun, and then it's over.
Yeah.
And I have done that for I was about to say for as long as I can remember, but that might be exaggerating a little bit. But a while. I have done it for years. I have done it for a while, and it is something I find great joy out of from doing.
Yeah, this is actually crazy good because I'm at least familiar with theater. I kind of participate in something like this, but not,
Hey, do
n
tell.
yeah, but not really as close as you. So yeah, mostly it's from the school. Like if you're speaking about theater, like
Yeah, yeah,
full-grown
yeah. Go ahead, go
spectacles,
ahead.
yeah, it wasn't mostly in school, like something like that. But in my professional, or should I say, in my adult life, or professional career, probably closest to the theater was my work in in the coast of the Black Sea. Yeah, where I was working in hotels, and there's every day like two big shows at the end of the day for the kids and for the adults. And for
Hmm.
the kids, it was like a little how do I say that? Well, little theatrical. I forgot. Wait, let me Google the word.
It's okay, it's okay.
I can't talk.
Can you send me the word?
Theatrical. There you go.
Theatrical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So theatrical show for the kids, like with the games, with the dances, to like for the kids to participate in, and mostly it's like we have two characters, like for example, Ladybug and Super Cat, I want to say, the name of the yeah,
Yeah.
and they have a like some kind of the problem, or like, hey, this villain is sent us a bomb, let's defuse it with this dance, or let's defuse it with this game. So
Yes.
yeah, something like that. And yeah, and for the adults, there was a little bit more like serious sometimes, or most of the times it's like copycat from famous TV shows like Family Feud or Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune or like something like that. But there is also so kind of place for the adults, like we build up some like play, theatrical play, but mostly it's like just game shows for adults. So yeah, it's kind of my experience with theater. If
I'm yeah, no, that's still great, mind you. That's still fantastic.
yeah, yeah, I'm
I
glad. Yeah.
I unfortunately haven't had the opportunity to host a game show myself or be a part. Well, I mean, okay, I have been part of one as a participant, a Hitman one even,
Mm.
but I haven't been on the hosting side of things yet. Children's shows that I have also done. It's fun. It really is. It's great.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And in recent times, I have been a part of plays for a mixed audience, so to say, like both like older children and adults alike. Think Crime and Punishment.
Oh,
Someone did a musical of that, and I was a part of it. And then most recently, I was part of a play parodying Franz Kafka, and it was
wow.
essentially a murder mystery in true bureaucratic fashion, where these three bumbling bureaucrats have to solve the murder of their own boss.
Wow. This is crazy. And
It's very fun.
yeah, and actually, which role do you get in Crime and Punishment?
I was Petrovich,
Oh,
the the police investigator, I believe he
yeah, okay.
is, or am
Yeah.
I wrong?
No, no, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Right. I was just going back and forth if it was detective or police investigator or blah blah blah. Hmm?
Yeah, yeah. Just yeah. Okay, okay. Just I'm just curious for that,
Yeah, no
because
worries.
obviously, for those of you who don't know, Crime and Punishment is the not novel. Let's say
Uh,
story, written
okay.
by Russian writer Fyodor Dostoevsky. So yeah, it's pretty famous, and he is pretty famous because he is
Oh
like
yes.
the symbol of true Russian literature. For fuck's sake. Literature. You know what I'm talking about.
Literature.
Yes, exactly.
Literature.
Because yeah, unfortunately, words with R, it's most difficult for me because I can't pronounce R even in my native language, and in English it's so much harder.
Oh.
Yeah, and yeah, about the Dostoevsky, yeah, he is like sign of this, symbol of this, with his dark and like grim type of writing because he always writing about some not bright shine side of the Russia at the times. So he's kind of
Hmm.
famous for this. And yeah, Crime and Punishment is one of the stories about Rodion Raskolnikov, who did spoilers kill an old lady for the money with the axe.
Hmm. Yes.
So yeah, there you go. And well, let's probably going towards the end, towards to the end of this almost done, but already a great podcast. And I'm not sure if you're familiar or not, but at the end of the podcast, I'm asking just two questions, and one of them is, what is your greatest achievement in Fraud 7 speedrunning community, or as a Hitman player, or as a part of Hitman community, something like that?
Hmm. I believe it's one of two things. It's either beating Fanium in 2022, despite the fact it led to a lot of pressure and me collapsing at the end there. It is still something I am like happy about, and I don't regret being part of RWC 2022. I'm still immensely happy with my performance back then.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking also recently, I am very proud about actually getting into the knockout stage in RWC 2024 and
Mm.
actually like beating Ducker as well, who is an inspiration to me as a player, to the point that my parents know who Ducker is.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy.
Take that however you will, but yeah, it was very fun to make the group stage and then be completely squashed by Quadlity, who then went on to squash Cube. And honestly, I'm fine with that. I wasn't going to beat Cube. How the heck was I going to beat the person who's going to beat Cube?
Yeah, but not just only that. Let's imagine that you beat Cotility, you beat Time Cube, but then you will face Infofun, who
Oh
actually did
god.
smashed Cotility in that tournament. So it might be
Oh,
a
that's a
yeah rough. It might be rough.
it's a terrifying theorem.
Yeah.
And I have played against N for Fun way back in Roulette Rivals 3, my final opponent to knock me out in the lower bracket.
Mm,
So I know firsthand how good In for Fun has been since the like near beginning.
yeah. Fun is good. Fun is good.
Yeah.
And actually, the last question, it's kind of similar. What is your greatest achievement as a human being?
Right. This one.
Mm-hmm.
So partly I might be too young to answer this question. I have created some stuff that I am happy with, some sort of creations that may outlive me. But I wouldn't say I have reached my greatest achievement yet, so to say. But I
Mm,
have reached something, I guess. And that is like, I have struggled. I have. I am still in a very fortunate position compared to a lot of people, but I have struggled with some social problems and some psychological problems.
mm.
And I suppose my greatest achievement is to be able to push through those things. They have kept me down, and they have kept me down for great periods of time and for great many things. But I have managed to get up despite that eventually.
Yeah, that's a great answer. That's a great answer. I like that.
Thank you.
I like that. Oh, yeah, I remember the question I forgot to ask you. What is, in your opinion, like most crazy bug in Hitman?
Oh,
Yeah, that's
mood whiplash. But yeah, go. Yeah, of course.
yeah, yeah.
Most crazy bug in Hitman. I had because I've seen the previous episodes of this. I've tried to come up with an answer for this. I had one. I had one, and I forgot it.
Oh, and I completely forgot about this question, so it's okay.
Dang it! You could have left me off scot free.
But I think you would agree with Frauds about triple shot body shots and what Daisy said, or do you had like something completely different?
uh, I mean, I've like I'm into game design, right?
Mm,
I'm into it. So I understand the like jank and the weird real life logic that we have to break in order to make games fun, so to say.
yeah.
Uh did either of them mention the mirrors though?
No, I don't think so. No.
That might be I might put that as my choice of like weirdest hitman bug because I think it was a mistake to add mirrors and to add the like view cones bouncing off them as a feature. I
Mm,
find it leads to more player frustration than like actual fun, so to say. And you really want to maximize the ladder and just forget real life logic. Let them subdue people in front of mirrors.
yeah. And probably most famous I forgot the word. Well, yeah, most famous incident with the mirror would be probably Marrakesh in the Shisha
Mm,
Cafe toilet. There is a mirror, so
yeah.
yeah, and the players not subduing the person in front of the toilet because of the mirror, because it can rip them. So that might be
Yeah.
probably the most infamous incident with that.
I have experienced that myself. That mirror should not bounce at all. It should like with the big ones. I can see it being implemented for the big wide mirrors. I can see that as like, yeah, okay. If you want the view cones bouncing off those, sure. But
Hmm.
small mirrors, small round mirrors, no. They should not bounce view cones at all.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree. Well, with that being said, that might be almost the end of this podcast. So maybe you have at least one or two questions to me, okay? Or we can like end it off right now. So it's your call now at the end.
Hmm. What has anyone asked you what you think the weirdest bug is?
No, no, but after listening to the people like Fraud, Daisy, and you, all of this is kind of cool, cool options actually. But well, I mean, in terms of bags, probably the boost ones, like any boost of them, like muffin boost or like
Hmm.
stair glide or like that crazy boost in Isle of Gale or in Sapienza with the pistol, that kind of stuff. It's probably for me, it's most ridiculous bags in Hitman because in terms of bugs, well, I do watched a lot of speedruns of different games. I to that like to that point that I did not play the game. I did not know anything about it, but I watched a speedrun about this game. And about the bugs, most notorious bugs in gaming history for me, it's the reason, not the reason, but the bug in Skyrim when you can fly on your horse. So if you like mount on your horse and then kind of like stand on the rock, game will crap itself and you will like just yeet it to the sky.
Games are fun, aren't they?
They so much fun, especially with the flying horses.
Mm.
So yeah, in that case, it might be the end of this podcast. Thank you, Kevin, for joining in. I hope that we actually make this because yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming up, and yeah, it's great that we had free time here before the round two started. So yeah, thank you once again for joining in. That was a great chat. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope people watching enjoy it. There's not a lot of viewers, but there is still some viewers. So yeah. So once again, thank you, Kevin.
Thank you, Glavolk. I enjoyed this chat immensely, and I enjoy the podcast. Like, I have listened to both episodes before this, and it's great. I love it.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and let's hope that there will be a lot of podcasts, and maybe we will meet in this format like next time in like year or two. Who knows?
Oh wow, that'd be fun. Yeah,
Y-
yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. And yeah, thank you everybody for joining in. And another podcast. I can't say when it will be. Maybe soon than anything. Maybe not so soon. And of course, I can't say with whom it will be, but the guest will be amazing as always. They are. So yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you, Kevin. Thank to my cat that she's sleeping and not running around having a zoomies.
Aww.
Yeah, she's just having so great sleep. She's like not even moving. So yeah, she's sleeping right now. And with that all being said, I will say goodbye to everybody and I will see you in just less than 2 hours for the match of Red Rivals 17 between Soviet Dubov and Joker J. And should I spoil it or should I not spoil it?
Let's see. Let's reveal it for when the match arrives.
Yeah, okay, okay, all right. So I will not say it right now. But yeah, anyway, at like 8 p.m. CST, there will be this match between Joker J and Soviet Dube. So I will see you there in 1 hour and 40 minutes. So yeah, once again, thank you everybody and goodbye.
Bye bye.